First leg of the Triple Trio, race number 4. It's a Class 4 as well, up to the 1650 here, headed by Charity Wings, who's a course and distance winner 2 starts back. Mr. Monty likes to roll forward. He's got barrier 6, Poon taking £3 off his back. Naboo Star, beaten favourite on his last 2 starts, but has forward a place. Happy Warrior rolled forwards last time. He's got barrier 12 here. Zach Purton rides once more. Mr. Darth Vader, it's the inside gates. Barrier 1, Sylvester de Sosa. Alvin Ong rides Curling Luxury, another horse that likes to push forward. And Love Chunghwa gets up to the 1650 here at Happy Valley for the first time, a 2-time winner over the 1200. Curling Luxury, one of those front runners, has been up at Chung far and back within the last month. He returned on the 8th of February.
Big question is, what will Zach Purton do from 12 here on the last start when a Happy Warrior? He did go forward last start from gate 6 and take up the running, but he's got Curling Luxury, Charity Wings, Mr. Monty from a lower barrier is going to be driving through. So that could generate some pace. Fortunate Runner does head to the valley for the first time. He's often handy to the speed. He's a chance of being caught wide, or he might even have to snag all the way back to last.
Here's Trollwell here before Fortunate Runner a little while ago, but he moves nicely here this morning. Dylan Mower board, even sectionals for him as he comes down. And he looks good. He's just got the tricky draw, as you mentioned, for his debut run there at barrier number 9. Happy Warrior was a good winner last time. He's drawn 12, so as we saw that speed map, likely to go forward under a good hold as he comes down. He's got a really nice shine to his coat.
He's flicking around too.
Yeah, looking good, isn't he, the ISG? And the other one here is Rule the Roost. Now, he's a nice, big, strong horse. Another one coming to Happy Valley for the first time. He's got a good draw, and his last start wasn't too bad either. So let's Rule the Roost. All
right, and we'll hear from Alberto Sana very shortly as well. Let's start off, though, with the last start winner in Happy Warrior, Little Island further back. Now, he's been beaten favourite a number of times this season, Happy Warrior, including odds on, but it all fell into place here.
It did, and I think overall it was a pretty tough win. There were a number of situations through the race where it was a bit sort of stop-start and he had to sort of click up to hold a few out halfway through, that sort of making surges, and then he still fought on to hold off the challengers late. So it was a good win. He was close prior to that. It's just an awkward barrier that he's got to deal with, and obviously a little more weight, not a huge amount, 4 pounds more.
Yeah, he doesn't have to lead, does he? But he won't want to be caught wide. That's the key. So I think Zach Purton will be very positive out of the gates with him and try and get into a nice position. If he gets the front and leads, so be it. But if he can't, I don't think he'll panic. Well, he won't panic. He won't panic.
There's been a fair bit of market confidence behind Naboo Star in his last couple of starts as well. Finishing second here, Charity Wings finishing 7th off the back of a win the start prior.
He's dropped 24 pounds too coming into this race. He's got barrier number 3, has Naboo Star. He got held up a little bit in traffic as we saw, and his best work was the very end here of this race where he hit the line very strongly. He couldn't quite pick up Merry-Go Win, but it was still a nice run from him. I just wonder if he needs 1800 actually, but look, I've got him in the numbers again.
He's got £7 more to carry, and Zach Purton was aboard there too, so I'm not sure whether there was a pre-booking here with Happy Warrior or which way he would have gone, but both look to have claims.
All right, Zach Purton's ridden this horse as well. Mr. Darth Vader ready on his first start as favourite. He finished behind Hard Promise, then behind Splendor Gold last time. This is his trial at Happy Valley.
Yeah, and I wanted to show this trial, Andrew, because I think it's got a little bit of merit to it. When you take a close look at the trial, you can see that horse that goes on to win is E-Star, who did win on the weekend, and there's 1 or 2 others around him as well, if you go and look at it closely, that have all won. In fact, the first 3 in front of him have all won since they went to the races after that trial. So Mr. Darth Vader's in good company.
Yeah, well, the interesting thing was he was in front in that trial after about 50 metres past the post, so they'd actually let him stride out afterwards, and yeah, it was a nice, I've got a spot for him. Might be a bit of an omen one in here, with Naboo Star being a planet out of Star Wars and Mr. Darth Vader.
Donnie Yen will be at the Derby selection announcement as well on Wednesday afternoon.
There you go, the stars are lining up.
They certainly have. All right, one more horse to take a check on, though, before we make our selections, and that's Rule the Roost with jockey Alberto Sana.
Alberto, in race 4, Rule the Roost. This is a horse you've done all the work on. You've ridden in every start so far. What do you make of his chances going into this race?
Well, we changed the race course. He ran always in shut-in. This time we try in the Happy Valley. 1650, new track, different place, and under the lights. Maybe, it can be better for him. because actually we believe he can do a 1600 meter, and in Happy Valley in shutting last time we didn't find out the tempo on the race. The pace was so slow, and probably that is the solution to run in Happy Valley, because always the pace is on, and new track, softer ground with a bit more cushion on the track probably would be the good things for him.
What about the horse himself? How difficult is he to ride? You've already mentioned he doesn't settle that well in the running.
Actually, last year he was always jumping a bit slow. He got some issues in the gate, but this year he's jumped quite fast. But unfortunately, we have to ride him on the back to let him finish. And this make me a bit in trouble, because last time was slow pace and then some pumping on the corner, and we have to track wide in the straight, and still get some bumping in the straight, and he finished on well.
Just finally, a question about you personally. I think it was the end of January when your last winner arrived. How much of a struggle has it been after that fall you had earlier in the season?
Actually, when I start the season, I believe to have a nice season, because the people already knows me since last year. Last year, in 6 months, I won 17 races. What was that great, but wasn't that bad. I get some places in the Group 1s, and it was good. Then I had my accident, my hip fracture, and I rushed a little bit more to come back, because I want to get more support, of course. But that doesn't happen, and now I'm struggling to get good rides, and I'm always getting horses with no really good chances, and it's impossible to win like this. I didn't give up. I keep working, and let's see, because if you are a nice person, you work hard, and I believe I'm an okay jockey. My chance will come again.
Yeah, the winners will come. 2 rides on Wednesday night for Alberta. Rule the Roost, probably the better of the two, my family being the other. Paul, Naboo Star, though, is our favourite.
Yeah, I've got him in the numbers. I've got Happy Warrior on top, though. I think he can get across from barrier 12. And I just liked his last win. I thought it was a very strong win. And he's improved since with his track work, and he can go on with it. He's on top to beat Mr. Darth Vader, who looks really promising. He's only had the 2 starts. Naboo Star, I'd like to see him over 1800, but 1650, I still think he can run a really good race. And Rule the Roost has come up pretty short there at 5.5. First time at Happy Valley, but it was a good run from him last time. 5, 8, 4, 6. We'll go exotics in this one.
First leg of the TT. Not too many you can leave out, I wouldn't have thought. I sided here with the 11, actually. I like the way he's going at the moment. Diamond Legend. Drawn low. Barrier 5. Karis Teeton knows the horse well. Fit. Racing well. Posse's up nice, I think. Naboo Star. Happy Warrior. Mr. Monty showed last start that he was getting back to some form. I've left out Mr. Darth Vader. He's a chance. Obviously, Rule the Roost, an interesting runner as well. But 11, 4, 5, 2 for me.
Yeah, we've all got the 4 and 5 in there, but I'm quite keen on Mr. Darth Vader off the inside gates. 8 on top for me in the first leg of the TT.